Welcome to the Nuremberg Toy Fair. Marklin, Trix and the LGB are presenting their new products at their booths located in the center of Hall 4A. Staff members are available to provide first-hand information on all the products. Model railroads always attract many fans. Among the most desired items are the exclusive products reserved for members of the customer clubs. Regardless of the size, steam engines are particularly popular, be it in half-O, N or Z scale. I am a little too young to have witnessed the steam engines in use, but I'm still a big fan of them. In my opinion, the Elephant is the most fantastic new item that we've unveiled so far. Switzerland's most powerful steam engine will be available in both Marklin and Trix versions. Completely new tooling was used for its manufacturing. Oftentimes, steam engines are said to particularly enrich a company's product line. We've had 3 steam engines among last year's assortment, all of which came with new tooling, namely the G55, Series 18.5 and Series 01.5. This year we've already presented Series 95 as the Insider Club model. Nevertheless, it will be crucial for us to focus on more modern items as well in order to appeal to our customers. Easy access to the most current product information will also attract many potential customers. This is why the classic new items catalog now comes with an additional benefit.
Man lädt sich die App einmal herunter.
All you have to do is download the app and you're good to go. You won't need access to the internet while using the app. Just take out the catalog and scan the pages.
Und dann geht's los auf die Entdeckungstour.
This is an example of the Lint, which is also available as a special version for kids. This allows for battery operation, which is illustrated by means of the augmented reality app. We've also included various videos, such as footage matching our brand new Gotthard engine. Just use your smartphone or tablet device to get access to a range of visual and audible content. It's actually possible to try out the new products such as the new control unit Central Station 3. Our customers can explore the various new functions using swiping motions. This sure is fun, and you should definitely try it and see for yourself. Just make sure to always scan the entire page with your tablet or smartphone. On the occasion of this year's anniversary of the traditional Bavarian purity law for beer production, Marklin will chip in with various vehicles that are somehow related to the popular beverage. Among these is a brewery made of laser-cut pieces. The building will be released in half-O, N and Z scale, a top-notch assembly kit for the pros. As Marklin endeavors to cater to children and youth's needs, the company is careful to include their particular wishes as well.
Bei MyWorld ist es so, da haben wir jetzt einen akkubetriebenen Zug. Bisher war es ja so, dass wir Batterien integriert.
The MyWorld line was extended by a battery-powered train. So far we've only had trains that could be operated with batteries, but these had to be replaced quite often, which did not quite fit our policy of environmental responsibility. This is why we've now come up with 2 new products, that is, a Lint and a diesel engine of Series 212, which are equipped with a special kind of battery that the kids can easily recharge using an USB port. Moreover, we've exchanged the slightly old-fashioned remote with a more appealing control stick, which is easy to use and allows for precise speed control and changes in direction. Another interesting aspect is that control sticks like this are still used on many prototype engines, which makes the whole device even more realistic. The MyWorld line also introduced a freight loading station as a new theme. It matches a set of freight cars so that, for example, the crane is able to pick up and lift the containers from the container wagon by means of corresponding magnets.
Magnetisch die Container des Containertragwagens verladen.
What about the startup segment? This field will come with starter sets and supplementary products. Each item was designed to cater to the needs and requirements of kids ages 6 years and older. The Marklin Startup program also provides attractive models for youths, returners and customers who appreciate moderate pricing. One example for this would be the BLS multi-system locomotive. Its body is made of cast metal parts and is equipped with an MFX decoder. Is this the first sign of an upcoming trend? Yes, it is. This is a very important segment for us, and many customers would like to purchase trains whose prototypes they're already familiar with. That's why we are going to keep producing modern items. Last year, for example, we already had Series 245, which was very well received. Then we recently introduced the new Vectron, which is also a very up-to-date engine. Items like these are what we are going to aim for in the future as well. These models match the more recent railroad eras too.
Dieses Jahr haben wir neu im Sortiment.
This year we have a set of restaurant cars of type WAM Z135, which come with mounted pantograph and a decoder for operating the interior lighting and sound functions.
Und Geräuschfunktionen hat er.
This sample is an eye-catcher already. No wonder, as it's depicting a very interesting train.
Also die Baureihe 120.
Series 120 is meant to serve as draught horse for this train. This locomotive was also slightly improved, which can't really be seen at first sight, as these changes mostly affect the interior equipment. The engine received an intermediate high-efficiency propulsion mechanism, so that Series 120 will now come with all 4 axles powered. Then we've also modified the couplers. For the first time, Series 120 will be offered with guide mechanisms. Of course, Series 120 will also be available as a fully equipped Trix model, and one version will come with a 21-pin interface. The engine is hauling the EC Tiziano, depicting the cars as they looked around 1995. The Minitrix assortment is extended by several nice trains as well. As a very nice item for Era 1, we'll have a model of a reefer carrying beer with a brakeman's cap, which has already been introduced as a Half-O model. This one will be available as the club model and also as part of a train set. Another special highlight will be our revised Pacific fleet, that is, Series 01-150 as part of the MHI program. It will be available with a cutback skirt and illuminated running gear. What about Era 4 and 5? We have something very nice in store for these eras. It's a model of the last Rheingold train that used to run up until 1987. New tooling was used for some parts of the cars. The train is easily recognized by the special lettering and the orange stripe between the red and beige coloring. It is supposed to be ready for delivery by the end of this year. Locomotives need to find a home somewhere. This building on its own is just an ordinary locomotive shed. The whole construction, in contrast, will comprise the famous view that you can also see on the cover of our catalogue. Back in the 1980s, you would rather have seen green locomotives, whereas nowadays they're red. The shed in Mannheim also has 2 travelling platforms depicted here, which we will offer once again after almost 20 years. My hobby is a brand new product line for N-scale railroaders. The assortment comprises low-priced models. What is the news about the track system? We will definitely have to come up with something, as it simply won't be possible to carry on with this track for another 10 years. Let's remain with the topic of tracks for a moment. Dear Mr. Bächle, you probably saw this one coming, didn't you?
Ich meine, manchmal überraschen wir auch Sie. Hier ist sie. Und ich wusste.
You see, sometimes we can surprise you as well. Here it is. I knew you would ask me about it this year. I'll be honest with you, I wanted to release it in 2015 before Christmas, which we could have managed if it hadn't been for a few tiny problems. Of course, I had the curved turnout tested thoroughly. These tests showed that some of the more, let's say, exotic locomotives, for lack of a better expression, did not do well on the turnout as their pickup shoes did not properly follow the track if running slowly over the center line. So I decided to postpone the release in order to come up with a turnout that was 100% reliable. This is especially important as the modern digital operation doesn't allow for any mistakes.
Zumal man sagen muss, dass ja die digitale Ansteuerung, in die wir ja unheimlich viel investieren, heute auch keine Fehler mehr verzeiht.
And this already leads us to the next item, the new digital control unit CS3. The new central station comes with a lot more storage space, which gives us much more opportunities. We can now save up to 29 functions for a locomotive and even up to 32 if used with an MFX decoder.
Wird sogar noch mehr Möglichkeiten haben und es noch einfacher haben, da wir verschiedene Assistenten.
The control unit will be easy to use since it includes several assistants that guides the user through the various programs.
Also da wird man es noch einfacher haben.
Another advantage is that the central station is not only compatible with LGB Trix and Marklin trains, but can be used with trains from other brands as well.
Besonders interessant ist zum Beispiel die neue Fahrstraßensteuerung mit verschiedenen.
Another highlight is the new technology to pre-program a permanent route. This includes an assistant for detailed setting and a full view of the entire route. This means the customer will be able to adjust and modify the turnouts, radii and positions to his liking.
Die ganze Anlage sauber im wirklichen Darstellungsbild darstellen kann.
Was the new control unit a necessary innovation?
Ja, CS3 war auch eins unserer strategisch wichtigsten Neuheiten überhaupt.
The new CS3 is one of our most important strategic new items. It took more than a year and a half to realize this very challenging project. The hardware, which we designed and carried out ourselves very successfully, I believe, wasn't so much of a problem. The tricky part was the lavish technology of the new software. Devices like this are the state of the art right now, which my young colleague, aged 30, kept telling me as well. At the moment, we are fixing a few little software bugs, but I think the products should be available in the course of the next 6 months.
Wir operieren im Moment noch an der einen oder anderen Software-Thematik rum, aber ich hoffe, dass, und das ist so unser erklärtes Ziel, dass wir im ersten halben Jahr dieses Produkt vollumfänglich in den Markt geben können.
Of course, the CS3 will also work with one-gauge trains. During the last few years, Marklin has devoted a lot of time and energy to this segment, which led to numerous new models being released during this period. A current innovation is the classic electronic engine E94. It will be joined by another item. This will be Series E18 in 6 different versions. The blue and green ones of Era 3, 2 more of Era 4 in ocean blue and beige and steel blue, and finally one engine for the Austrian Federal Railroad, and one for the eastern section of the German State Railroad. This engine comes in a slightly unusual appearance. Yes, it does look a bit strange without its coat of paint. On this locomotive, we wanted to showcase our various technologies, that is, die-cast zinc and brass. This model comprises all the state-of-the-art features such as valve gear switchover for continuous operation, multiple step cylinder steam and many other things that you would nowadays expect in a one-gauge model. Series 42 is bound to be an outstanding success. The LGB is back on track. The rate of growth increased on several markets. True, it's too early for operation in the outdoors, but it's never too early to check out the latest innovations. To begin with, there is the new railcar of the Sylt Island Railroad. This is not just another Wismar railcar in a different color scheme. The new railcar has numerous sound functions, thanks to its DCC MFX decoder. Furthermore, it has one very interesting detail. An engine explosion once occurred on the prototype, which led to the SVGs replacing the damaged front end. This is why the railcar had a Ford motor on one end and a new Borgward motor on the other end. Of course, this also influenced the vehicle's sound, consisting of the Ford's gasoline sound and the Borgward's diesel sound. A further new item is the Harzbulle, which comes with a DCC MFX decoder for the first time. This allows for sound functions and realistic cylinder steam. Then we also have the topic of the Rhaetian Railroad of Era 3, which includes the GE24 in its later appearance with its dynamic brake, modified rodding and a single pantograph. This locomotive is joined by a matching new baggage car made from new tooling, and another passenger car partly made from new tooling. One of our focal points are US prototypes such as the Bloody Nose scheme of the Southern Pacific, a 6-axle diesel engine and a gang car also made from new tooling.
man dann die Gleisbauarbeiter zur Baustelle bringt, wo man Waldarbeiter in den Wald bringt.
These were not all of the many new items in the product lines of LGB, Trix and Marklin. You may also look forward to regular updates on how some of these models will evolve in the course of the year. The CS3 will surely be one of the most exciting new items, as it comes with so many clever functions. Clearly, 2016 is going to be yet another wonderful year with our favorite model railroads.